All right, I am jealous of all the healers in Marvel Rivals. Why, you ask? Because this character, White Fox, looks beyond cool, bro. Y'all get to turn into a fox, bro. What the fuck? She looks better than any tank we've ever gotten. Okay, let me go mention this. I'm a tank main. I'm not a DPS main. I'm a tank main. So if I'm hating right now, I do got a little jealousy in my voice. Like I know those DPS mains, like they're over there clenching their fists. But I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy, but just a little bit of jealousy there. Just a little bit of jealousy. I think the coolest tank we've gotten, I think, was like, to me, Angela. Like I love Angela, right? I'm actually Angela main, to be real, and that's probably also a little bit of why I might be a little jelly right now, because it's going to be slightly harder for me to displace someone that wants me to get close to her so she can just steal my life and heal her own team. So I don't know how the backline meta is going to be. I think she's a great counter for like Captain America, any other type of backline pusher. But I think, Angela might be okay. We'll see. But I'm distraught. I'm distraught. Like, have you guys seen her ultimate ability? Like, she just turns into a fox. She turns into a fox that heals, bro. Why can't we get something like that as a Vanguard? Y'all healers are just eating so good, bro. Why do y'all get to eat good? I want to eat. Bro, I'm starving, bro. I'm starving. Like, Vanguards, we just starving, bro. We want someone cool. Can we have someone cool? I don't want to have to, like, no, hold on, no. Here's what makes it better. She seems like a traditional healer. You guys know how a lot of people say, oh no, you need to go Luna, you need to go Invis, or you need to go Cloak. We need better and faster heals. She seems like she's that. Or, some people might say go Gambit. A healer that dishes out good healing that can be a great second heal while providing benefit to the team. I think they hit it on the nail with this character. I give the devs props for this. I'm just fucking hating. In a good way, right? In a good, because, I want my fellow healers to eat, but I swear to God, if we don't get Ghost Rider, bro, if we don't get Ghost Rider as a Vanguard, like, I'm happy for the healers. Yo, you guys got White Fox. Great. But if we don't get Ghost Rider, I need Ghost Rider. Give me Ghost Rider. Give me Dr. Doom, please, so we can have a good traditional shield or something like that. Please, just give me something, bro. And I do like what they're doing this season. Honestly, they mentioned the triple healer setup and how they actually fixed that. Well, they didn't necessarily fix it, but they fixed like all ultimate abilities around. But the devs basically showed like a chart of what actually wins the game. And a lot of times it's still the 2-2-2 setup, to where you got 2 tanks, you got 2 DPSs and 2 healers. That's actually the most efficient setup currently in Marvel Rivals comp. And then they sold triple heals, and actually wasn't the highest or best setup for players to go, even though a lot of people complain about it. So they basically say, yo, you guys got to get better at the game. My voice is cracked there. It happens. And I have to keep my commentaries natural. So we're going to keep that in there. But yeah, they basically said, hey, you all need to get better at the game and do better teamwork, because the trip heal comp setup actually doesn't win majority of the games in comp. So what we're going to do instead is just nerf all ult charges in general, meaning that it's going to just take longer for you to get your ults in various ways, depending on if you're a Vanguard. I think the Vanguard and DPS is kind of the same, and then healers, they're nerfing it just a little bit differently, right? But still, it's 20% reduction all around. Everyone's getting an ult charge, speed, nerf. So we're not going to be spamming ults back to back. Thus, the triple heal comp is going to become even more difficult to run, because, a lot of people are complaining about those heal ults being used consistently and whatnot. So yeah, I do like this change. I think they are updating the game and whatnot perfectly. They're doing great. I love it. Love to see it. I'm hoping Black Cat is going to be a Vanguard. If not, the DPS mains can kind of have her. I don't really care too much about Black Cat. Maybe if she has like a really cool ult, I would be a little bit jelly if she wasn't a Vanguard. But I think the DPS is gonna have Black Cat. That's not a character I'm willing to fight over, to be honest. And White Fox seems like just such a good character all around, to where I think the healers do deserve this too at the same time. Even though, I think she's just really cool, which is why I'm just a little jelly. Like, I think a lot of healers just want to play a character to where they don't have to forcefully play the traditional heal role. Like, it's kind of like Loki. Like, I think she's a better Loki in a sense, meaning this character does damage really, really well while also doing heals really, really well. and having a diverse ult that can do damage, push up the front line. Literally, like when she's in that fox form, she turns into like a tank. She's basically like a huge healing fortress that can push up with your team. Like, I wonder how they're going to do Ant-Man if they're ever going to add him. Like, I'm assuming his ult is going to be something similar to that. It's just going to be like a huge character. So that'll be cool to see. I think they're going down that route and they're experimenting, and eventually we'll get over to Ant-Man or some like larger characters that might have like a larger ult. Like, what if you see like a Galactus? That'll be pretty cool. So this is like a jack of all trades type of character. Not only that, she can teleport to an enemy that's like damaged. So you know how you got like a lot of DPS mains that might say, hey, yo, you're not healing me. I'm way over here in the back line, but you're not healing me. Well, she could teleport to you now, which I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. You're going to have to use that so strategically, so strategically, because that will also depend on if the backliner is going to be good as well and get you in good positions. Because now if you teleport and use that ability to heal him and you're stuck there, then now we just lost 2 people. So I can see that going badly. You're just kind of, man, I do think this skill gap is going to be crazy with it. Kind of like how there's a skill gap with Luna, even though she's more of those traditional 3 healers or 4 healers. A Luna that can aim is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. You don't ever want to mess with a Luna that can aim. So maybe with this character, it's a healer that knows its positioning like too well. Like, I can't even explain how great I think this character is for the economy of Marvel Rivals. I really want us to break away more and more from those traditional roles, but that just comes with the game kind of evolving, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of players that are just so tired of playing the big 3, right? For DPS, I want to say it's Squirrel Girl, Moon Knight. I can't really think of another, but yeah, those are the 2, big 2, I guess. For DPS, I could think of off the top of my head that people like force you to go to, maybe even like a Bucky or something. Or no, Punisher, there you go. I would say Squirrel Girl, Moon Knight, Punisher. You can add Bucky in there and whatnot. Healers, you got your Invis, Cloak, and then you got your Luna, but now Gambit, and now I would actually like to say White Fox. So yeah, the healers are looking pretty great. Vanguard, here you got your solo tanks that they force you to run, or shield tanks, which is going to be Mag, Groot, and Strange. That's it. Emma cannot solo tank. I had to explain this to this TikToker guy. Like, one little TikToker in my comments. Jesus Christ. A lot of you guys are stuck like bronze, dude. And I don't know why. People try to give me advice on how to play the game as if I'm not like dedicating a huge portion of my time mastering this game. Dude, you can't solo tank on Emma in the higher ranks, bro. Like, you're gonna get destroyed. And if you don't get destroyed, everyone's gonna peer pressure you to get off of Emma. So no, she's not a solo tank. So White Fox, she's just a nice addition that can be an anchor or like, you know, a pillar to possibly change the meta, because like how she's moving and how she plays, it seems like a lot of good frontline non-traditional tanks are going to benefit from her, because if you're like Thor, for instance, she's going to be a good combo with you because you're going to be getting really close to the enemy. And like, I noticed all of the tanks, or a good majority of the tanks that they showed in the trailer, were tanks without shields. So they had Hulk, Thor. These are not traditional shield tanks. Hulk has like a bubble where he could protect you, but still, they showed these tanks just frontlining and taking all that damage. But with the new healer character, it seems like she's going to be mixing up the meta to where you're more able to do that and not get destroyed. Because the closer you are, the better it seems like for this character. Because if you're a White Fox and you see a non-traditional tank move up, you're going to see that as a huge opportunity for you to get in on some of that damage and also heal that tank, which is great. So maybe the meta could benefit from this, and we can actually start seeing non-traditional roles when it comes to tanks kind of improve, like non-shield tanks. Please, we need more of that. So yeah, overall, I like the changes. I hope they keep it up. The Marvel devs seems like that they know what they're doing. We'll probably be talking about the balance changes a little bit later on, and I'll just be doing like my normal rant style commentary. I think you guys like this style. I don't do like heavy edits on these types of videos. You know, it's just more relaxed, me, complaining type content. Love y'all. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.